lot of folk think that, you know what I'm saying? Because we sit in the same house together. She ain't gonna do me like that. He ain't gonna do me like that. You crazy for thinking like that. Yes, he is. Listen, let me tell y'all something that happened. My sister, baby, the one that's not here anymore, that I mourn over every day, that I miss every day, that I love so much every day, because that was not only my sister, but that was my friend. You know, me and baby, we laughed about things. I miss our humor together. I do. I miss our times, man. Me and baby would joke about anything. I don't care what it was. We were gonna bust a joke out of it and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. There are situations right now, like Willie Bree being in the hospital. I need baby. You know, I know baby Lee Bree was like baby's son more than her nephew, and I know she would be right there. You know, just all of that, just every bit of that. So her presence is missed so great right now by me more than ever. But I'm gonna share a little something to tell y'all of what happened back in 2009. Me and baby went through a period of time where a situation arose that literally caused a split between us, where there was 4 months time that we did not speak to each other. 4 months span of time that we did not have conversation. So I said that to tell y'all this, you can't really call what is going to happen when it comes to nobody. I teach my people this at Trim, and they'll tell you this. Listen, if I cut the fool and turn on you, please see me for who I am. Don't still try to make me be something I ain't. See me for who I am, baby, because if you don't see me for who I am, it's only gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt you worse. See me for who I am, because I'm like everybody else. I got the potential to shift up too. I got the potential to go left too, baby. Don't you dare pedestal me. Don't you dare think that I can't. Live your life according to the fact that if she ever, I hope she don't switch up, but if she ever, then I got to know how to keep moving. That 4 month span of time that we were apart from each other was because of something that happened that I felt was a betrayal that came to me. Something that was done that I felt shouldn't have been done towards me or against me. I said that to let you know that just because you are in the house with somebody, just because you consider yourselves cool with somebody, see, a relationship ain't a real relationship until it can make it through the furnace of affliction. A relationship is not a real relationship until it can make it through the test of time, until it can make it through the fact of, yeah, I saw you, I saw what you did, yeah, that was painful, I felt everything you did, but it's okay because I love you, because I understand that the favor on my life was greater than the weapon you formed against me, and it's okay because I don't want my heart to change. I don't want the love to be removed from my heart, so it's okay, all right? I put you in the hand of God for God to deal with. That's what Joseph did. He put them boys in the hand of God for God to deal with them. I'm not going to take on what belongs to God. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I shall repay. And Joseph gave us a clear example of someone that put his opposers, or those that allowed themselves to hurt him, in the hand of God. Can I tell somebody this morning? Put them in the hand of God, baby. Put them in the hand of God, baby. Put them in the hand of God, because you got a favor walk you got to take. You got a favor journey you got to make, baby. Put them in the hand of God. And if you notice and get to, I wish I could really just help y'all with all of this. Joseph brothers had to come back by him. They had to come back by him. I wish somebody heard me this morning. They had to come back by him. To the people that hear me this morning, listen to me. Let me tell you this. Some of you may be sitting on the side and saying that I am the one that somebody has hurt. So I want to tell you, they got to come back by you. Some of you may be sitting on the side that's listening to me saying I am the one that caused the hurt. Let me tell you, you're going to have to go back by them. Lord have mercy. I got, yeah. I'm like the yin yangs this morning. Lord have mercy. To the one that caused the hurt, you're going to have to go back by them. To the one that's done been hurt, they're going to have to come back by you. Either way it go, the Lord got it set up that way, Jesus Christ. It is set up that way just as sure as the earth is round. What goes around, baby, it comes around. Just as sure as the earth is round. What goes around comes around. Them boys did what they did to Joseph, went back to the father and lied and thought that they would not ever see Joseph again. But lo and behold, it was some years later, they end up seeing their little brother, which is now a grown man, full in stature. They end up seeing him and they end up having to bow before him. I want to tell y'all before I sign out this morning, you better watch what you do. God help me. You better watch what you do. Lord have mercy. I say you better watch what you do. You know, when we were younger, the people in my generation, you know, when we were younger, that's all we heard them say. I think we need to spin that back. It needs to come back into the earth right now, because for some reason that has left the earth. People are no longer cognitive. People are no longer attentive or discerning concerning what we are doing. It needs to come back. We need to tap each other on the shoulder and say, listen, you're going to pay for what you do. We need to tap each other on the shoulder and say, you know that's coming back, don't you? We need to remind ourselves that what goes around really comes around. We need to remind ourselves that as a man soweth, so shall he reap. We need to remind ourselves so the love can come back into the world like it needs to come. Because if you realize I did it to them, it's going to have to come back to me. I guarantee you it'll pump your brakes, baby. It'll make you think before you do it. Lord have mercy. God, bring back that spirit that reminds us, that spirit that taps us on the shoulder, that spirit that lets us know, don't do that. Don't say that, sweetheart. Don't hurt them like that. No, don't lie on them like, don't do that. Don't take that from them. Don't fool with that woman's husband. Don't fool with that man's wife. Don't do that. We need to bring that back, because we got to let folk know, Lord have mercy, that if it goes around, it's going to come back around. God help us, please. Let it come back into the earth. We put a call out for it. We're summonsing it for it to come back into the earth. Because if it comes into the earth and becomes a part of humanity, if it comes or becomes a part of us, then it will help us to tread lightly and to think about things before we do it. It will cause people to think before they burglarize a house. It will cause people to think before they become so angry that they murder. It will cause us to think before we dig a ditch for somebody else. It will cause us to think, God, before we say something that's not true. It will cause us to think, Father, God help us. It will cause us to think before we act unseemly. If we could just get that spirit to come into the earth, if that portion of you, God, could be unleashed into the earth in a powerful way, if we could get that portion right there, that portion will help us love our neighbor. That portion right there will help us do right. That portion will overcome the do wrong mind. That portion right there, God, if we could just get that portion, that portion will help us love our neighbor as ourselves. That portion right there will help us show compassion. That portion right there, because it'll make us know that if I did did it to them, somebody can do it to me. That portion is what the world needs. That portion right there. I'm calling this morning as an intercessor for that portion right there, God. That part right there. That we need that part. We're lacking in that part. That's why we'll hurt each other and still think we can go before the Father. God help me. That's why we'll do some stuff and still think we can sit in your house and be all right. And done literally hurt somebody. Done literally attempted to take food from another man's mouth. But then think we can sit in the presence of God and you supposed to fix the problems that we have while we done cause problems for another man. Delphine, LaShawn, stop it, please. It is, oh God, please. It's that part right there, that nasty part right there on the inside of us that we need the Spirit of God to grab hold of. That part right there, that part, Lord, that I use sometime because I'm gonna admit it this morning. That part right there in me, Lord, that'll see people sometime, even though I only see out one eye. I be caught them out this one eye I see good out of, and I still act like I didn't see them because I don't want to be bothered. That part right there, God, that's that part I need to work on that part, because I guarantee you somebody do it to me too, because as a man soweth, so shall he reap. But that part, I'll confess this morning, God, truth serum, that part right there, God, that needs to be worked on. God help us, please. We got them parts on the inside of us, ooh, Lord, that needs to be worked on. We got them parts, God, on the inside of us, ooh, Lord, and a little living messes with the whole lump. God help us. It's that part, ooh, Jesus. It's that part, right there, God. Ooh, that part. It's that part that'll do that stuff and then still want to sit in your house. Oh, God, that part, oh, Lord, that part that'll hurt somebody and then still want to come to you, Lord, and ask you to heal somebody in our family. It's that part, oh, Lord, please forgive us for that part right there, God. That part, oh, Lord, have mercy. That part right there, God. That part, that's what I'm calling for. I'm calling for the Spirit of God, the presence of God to come and invade the earth, oh God, invade the atmosphere, invade our hearts, invade our minds, so that we shift from things, that we shift from everybody got of that part. You know what your that part is. And so I say to you this morning, deal with that part. God help me, please. I say to you this morning, be honest about that part. God help me, please. Be honest this morning about that part. God help me. There's a part in me, Jesus Christ, y'all. That is the one thing about me that I say, ooh, Delphine, you know you ought to be shaming yourself. Ooh, you shouldn't do that. You ought to be shaming yourself. But I act like I don't see somebody, and I know I be done seeing them folk. Lord, please forgive me for that. I'm just confessing it this morning. Call it what you want, South Shorty, what you want, baby. But I'm telling you, that is the thing. Oh, God, please help me with that. That part right there. That's that part that I got to be careful of, because, oh, my Lord, help me. Please this morning, God. What is that part for you? What is that part? What is that thing for you that you need the Lord to help you with? What is that part that you would just be honest about this morning? What is that part? Father, I love my freedom, God. I love my freedom. I love my freedom. I love my freedom. I love it. That's why I keep it, because I'm just going to tell the truth about it. I love my freedom, God. That part right there. God, help me, please. I thank God that I don't live with a shovel in my hand. I thank God, Lord, have mercy. But I'll tell y'all something. Every now and then circumstances will come that will make you want to pick up a shovel. I say your girl don't live with a shovel in her hand, which means I don't dig ditches. But baby, when I tell you, sometime life will bring you something, and because of your human nature, and because of the first part, which is to respond, that part right there will cause you to want to go and get a shovel. Can I borrow your shovel for a minute? Can I rent your shovel, honey, or whatever? I'll pay you for it, baby, because I got to get them for what they did. And that part right there, Lord, I want to thank you that you get me before that part can kick in. I want to thank you, because folk folk think that when you come into Christ, that you don't still have that part. God help me, please. We got that part. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I just told Sharika this morning, I was talking to her, and I told her, I said, listen, baby, Tavis done put out a song that I wish I wouldn't have ever heard. Stunner C4, what they call him. I wish I wouldn't have ever heard that song, because that part, that song say something to that part in me that I don't want to wake up. That part, kill that part. Kill that part. Frere, I'm going to tell you about that song. I can't tell it publicly, but I'm going to tell you, Frere, I'm going to hit you up about that